Fox 17 Code Red Chief Meteorologist Katie Morgan with you. It is Thursday evening and wanted to give you a quick update on Hurricane Helene and the local impacts that we will feel here in Middle Tennessee. Our highest impacts will come Friday morning and they will linger into the afternoon. That's our Code Red day. Heavy rain could linger through the afternoon and lead to localized flooding, so that is something that we'll want to be mindful of, and it's really our main concern with what we will see with Helene. We will have the potential for some gusts up to 40 miles per hour. A lot of that is going to be east toward the Cumberland Plateau and some of those higher elevations. So here's the 8 p.m. advisory Thursday evening of Helene getting ready to make landfall, a catastrophic and dangerous storm that is making its way on shore here in the next few hours. Max winds up to 140 now, pressure down to 941. This is going to be a record-breaking storm for the Big Bend region of Florida here. We have never seen in the history of record keeping a Category 4 hurricane make landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida. So this is new territory for folks in this area. As we take Helene and move it forward to tomorrow, still a Category 2 hurricane rolling through Georgia, and by the time it gets to us, it could potentially still be categorized as a tropical storm. That's where we'll have those wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. And then it just kind of meanders over Tennessee and into Kentucky as we head through the weekend, being gobbled up by an upper level low to our west. And that'll just enhance our rain chances throughout the day Friday and into Saturday. This is a look at our watches and warnings, just wind related. Notice how far it stretches all the way through Florida up to the Great Lakes region. In Tennessee, we don't issue tropical products, so we have a wind advisory in effect. And again, that'll be for those wind gusts in excess of 35 up to about 40 miles per hour. Flood watch also in effect. This is our main problem for tomorrow. It is just going to be a downright sloppy day for Friday, especially during the morning hours up until about lunchtime. That's where we're going to find the majority of our rain. 2 to 4 inches with pockets up to 6 possible that could lead again to some of that localized flooding. So the flooding again all being aided by this upper level low to our west. As Helene sweeps in, it'll get gobbled up and it just brings in more moisture for this area, which is why we're concerned a little bit for the potential of some urban flooding and possibly even some creeks and streams on the rise as well. So we take you through the overnight. You notice that a lot of the rain begins to move in as we head through the morning hours, and it just continues to come. So walls of water expected throughout the morning and into the afternoon. We shift into the later part of the day. More of that rain moves east, or I should say west, and then as we head into Friday night, it'll begin to wrap around again. So we will continue to see showers around even going into the weekend. Now Saturday and Sunday, it's not going to be as intense. The winds won't be as intense either, but we will continue to see showers, especially on Saturday. Notice as we head through the afternoon and into the evening hours, we do continue to see pockets of rain, kind of in this swirling motion due to that upper level system. Sunday, same thing. We will continue to see some of those showers around, not as intense, but that chance will linger. If you have outdoor plans, I would prepare for rain boots, rain boots, rain boots. All the rain that we see on Friday, Pilgrimage Music Festival is going on this weekend as well. I would bring the rain boots because it is going to be a muddy mess, most likely, with all of the rain that we see. We could see even some rainouts for football games on Friday night, just given the fact that the field may not be playable from all the rain that we see from Friday morning. The rain does taper off as we head into Sunday night and into early Monday morning. We will begin to dry out. But we take a look at one of the latest models coming in, giving us an estimate of how much rainfall we could see. This is possible. So anywhere between, I would say, 2 to 4 inches with pockets 5 and 6 will be possible depending on where some of those heavier axes of rain decide to set up for us. And the majority of this is going to come during the day Friday, Friday night, and I should say Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday night, and into early Saturday morning. That's how long our flood watch is in effect. Remember, with flash flooding, you want to seek higher ground immediately. And a lot of times too, with urban impacts here, this is where the water can penetrate the soil easier than pavement. So a lot of times that rain will start to collect on the pavement. It'll start to go into the drains, but the drains then can't collect anymore and we start to get that urban street flooding. That could be possible for us with some of these heavier bands, along with creeks and streams that'll be on the rise. Those are the main focuses for our flood watch that'll be in effect. So that is the impact that we're expecting with any heavy rain that we see. And then with wind, gusts up to 40 miles per hour, could bring down a few weak trees, tree branches. And power outages, not out of the question. I don't think we're going to see widespread power outage issues, but we could find some localized ones given where some of those higher wind gusts are. So always being prepared and make sure you have your devices charged, ready to go. And again, that'll be something that you'll want to keep an eye on. Another product here, just taking a look at again how massive this storm is as we see those wind gusts. And I put the track on it here too. Notice how intense these wind gusts continue to be through even the Appalachian Mountains, through portions of the Piedmont in South Carolina and western North Carolina. Then as we get into Friday afternoon, some of these higher wind gusts, 40, 50 miles per hour, could reach northern Kentucky, Ohio, Cincinnati, and Indianapolis as we head towards Friday afternoon. So again, that right side of the storm, even once it's made its way inland, is usually the strongest part of the storm. It's also where the tornadic side of the storm is. And that's why we are not as concerned this time around with tornado potential, because we're on the left side of that storm. I can't 100% rule it out because tropical systems have a way of doing tropical things, but I can tell you with a fair amount of certainty that the tornado threat is well east of us as we head through the next couple of days here. Wind gusts locally, one more product here to show you some of these wind gusts picking up as we head through Friday morning and then into the afternoon hours, anywhere between 30, 35 miles per hour possible. As we get into the later morning hours, you can see that we're getting into that 35 to 40 range. But again, it's the upper Cumberland region that we're most concerned with, those higher wind gusts, anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour here in Nashville. Possibly up to 30 at times. But again, those higher wind gusts do look to be to our north and to our east as we go through Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. We'll continue to find a bit of a breeze for Saturday, but won't be as concerning, and the wind advisory will expire for early Saturday morning. That is the latest update on Hurricane Helene impacts here in Middle Tennessee. As always, make sure you have multiple ways to stay alert. One of the best ways to do that is with our Code Red weather app. Be sure to download it. It is free, and having those ways to stay alert and keep up to date with where the tropical system is always important and imperative when it comes to staying safe during severe weather. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great night.